Spinning out of the reality warping events of Age of Ultron 10, Hunger is a new limited series in the Ultimate Universe. It begins with Rick Jones, the Herald of the Watchers, returning to Earth from an extended voyage in the depths of space to get a burger. Unfortunately for him, working with the Watchers is a full-time job, and he is teleported away into the midst of an ongoing conflict between the Chitauri and the Kree. But it's not their confrontation that requires his attention, but rather the appearance of Galactus, a hive mind-like swarm that devours all in its path. But as Rick joins the fray, all of reality momentarily shatters due to the events of Age of Ultron. Thanks, Wolverine. A rip in spacetime opens, and coincidentally, the 616 version of Galactus steps out. Face to face for the first time, the alternate versions of the cosmic entity merge. Only time will tell what this newly improved and still very hungry Galactus is capable of.
So this merged Galactus of R616 Galactus with the ultimate Galactus, like swarm, just looks so cool, I thought.
Yeah, it's finally something cool to come from Age of Ultron issue number 10.
Yeah, the tears in the fabric of space-time are actually relevant, and I was actually kind of wondering why they even had to merge in the first place.
Yeah, that's a very good question. And right away it seems that the swarm just heads towards the other Galactus, I guess, because it's this interdimensional being that's coming, and maybe it's an energy source.
In Thanos Imperative, I remember when Galactus is helping the Shi'ar and Kree fight the invading Cancerverse, Galactus ends up fighting the Cancerverse version of himself. So there they fought instead of merging.
What it does do is give Galactus a new look, possibly new powers, and I think he uses the swarm as a herald now.
Yeah, I mean, last we saw his herald was Praetor, who was the Braxton pastor who replaced Silver Surfer.
I guess he didn't make it through the tear, so I guess he's got a new herald in this Ultimate Universe.
Maybe. I think it's also interesting, now that he's like a combined Galactus, does that mean he's twice as hungry?
I honestly think this is going to spell the end of the Ultimate Universe, but we'll have to wait and see where this...
So they're just going to merge 616 with the Ultimate Universe?
I don't know what's going to happen.
Because Galactus eats it all?
Either way, I think this new Galactus emerges in the Ultimate Universe is going to lead to some interesting storylines.
He actually jumps in during a battle between the Kree and Chitauri, and there were some cool parts about that. I mean, it was just your general space battle.
Yeah, the Chitauri just keep popping up over and over again, don't they?
Yeah, they're somewhat interesting bad guys, but at a certain point, they kind of just all bleed together with, like, the Badoon and stuff, too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we got to see Ronin, Ultimate Ronin. The main character, though, in this issue was Rick Jones, who's the Herald of the Watchers, who goes by the name Nova. And the Watchers obviously call him to this event. Well, first they call him to the battle, and he's there just in time for the tear in reality.
I think that was probably the coolest part of this issue, just seeing that spread of Rick Jones and all these different universes, different realities. And we see him as Hulk, as A-Bomb, as Bucky, as Marvel.
Yeah, in 616, he has actually been all those characters. There, he's currently A-Bomb, and I'm sure these other images we saw were other realities, like where he didn't stop being the Hulk, or he didn't stop being Bucky.
It's interesting that Rick Jones is actually a very important figure right now in the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, in Age of Ultron number 10, like, the teaser we got for Hunger showed Miles Morales, actually. So, it's probably only a matter of time before Miles shows up.
Exactly. This actually caught me off guard that Rick Jones was the headliner in this first issue. But he does a pretty good job of drawing me in, because it had a lot of similarities to the current Nova series, which I kind of like. And the current Nova series has a young guy who's inexperienced. He also meets with the Watchers, and the Watchers tell him to go look at the Chitauri fleet. And so it's a lot of similarities.
Definitely, and, they both go by the name Nova. Although, Rick Jones isn't powered by the Nova Force. Instead, he's the Herald of the Watchers. But definitely some similarities. But as a grade for Hunger number 1, what would you give it?
I'd give this issue a 3.5 out of 5, mostly because I really liked a lot of the imagery, Galactus merging, and that one page of the different universes of Rick Jones was great. And Miles Morales is going to be making an appearance, so definitely keep reading.
I'm also going to give this issue a 3.5. I'm not a huge fan of the Ultimate Universe, but it's actually cool to see something interesting come out of Age of Ultron. I didn't think I was really going to like this, but the new look for Galactus is just so cool, and I'm definitely going to keep reading this series.
Thanks for watching B3 Comics' review of Hunger #1. Before we go, we have a question for you.
We want to know, do you guys think this new Galactus spells the end of the Ultimate Universe?
Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also, check out our announcement video where we're announcing a new video series for August, and we're looking for your suggestions.
You can also vote twice, or even 3 times if you check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
Thanks.